Here is your only responsibility as long as you seem to be in a body within a world. Your influence on the total comes from your interpretation of the code, which you then relive as individual interpreted code, or you choose not to relive through recognition of your creative ability. At some level, you must recognize your power to change the code, or you remain trapped within the belief and acceptance of the code as real. The only way to be released from the code as you write it is to recognize your freedom and choose to write different code. In its most basic element, individual interpreted code comes into the mind as a thought, feeling, or reaction to the overall illusory code. It is a part of the total, but it is a part that makes the total, so it is as significant as the overall code. You are to be aware of your individual interpreted code, and you are to measure that code against the idea of your true desire. When the code is aligned with the idea, you re-accept that code into the mind. This feeds into the total code. It affects the overall, and it affects your evolving individual interpretation. If the code as it is received is not aligned with true desire, it is time to recognize yourself as creator and edit the code. Editing of code is making a change so that the code as it was received is not the idea accepted into the mind as true. In other words, you do not feed the unaligned idea back into the total code of the world. Or said another way, the idea is not shared into the mind that is the sonship. To not reshare an idea, you must recognize your power. You must step into your power and choose to be the role of source or creator instead of playing victim to your thoughts. Accepting that code comes to you through your previous interpretation is accepting responsibility for the code. This acceptance may seem easy or strained. You may accept the idea of creator with joy or with great resistance. The time it seems to take to accept responsibility for the code will vary based on your basic reaction. Do not judge yourself for the ease or challenge of accepting responsibility for the code. Rest, relax, be patient. Accepting responsibility is key, so no matter how long the time is very well spent. Accepting responsibility for the code and accepting or allowing your reaction to it is different than re-accepting the code into the mind. When you step into your power as creator and choose to accept responsibility, including choosing to accept the effects of the code as you previously interpreted it, you are also choosing not to re-accept the code. If you were re-accepting the same code into the mind, you would not be pausing to see that this line of code need not be. You would not recognize your power. You would not be aware that there is another way to see.